Hello everyone, it's your boy, Mr. Sancho, and this is my first video in front of a camera, I guess. It's not something I was really comfortable doing, that's why it took so long for me to do. And I also had so many problems after buying this camera, and it just put me off for a bit. If you don't know who I am, I'm the guy running the Sat Chill channel for almost 3 years now, and it's been going good. Like we've had some nice moments together, but I want to have like a stronger sense of a community, I guess. I think this is a good way to do it. I don't really think there's anything much more to say. Yeah, this is a video about the top 10 albums of 2019 so far. The albums I've categorized based on two factors: how much have I played the album after its initial release, and how much creativity and innovation has been put into this album given the previous work of the artist. Obviously this is gonna be like an underground category. I'm not gonna be talking about mainstream albums or albums outside the genre of rap music, but I think there will be quite a few albums on here that you haven't heard about perhaps, or that have gone under your radar, and I really think that you will find some useful information here. So let's just jump into it. So on the number 10 spot, you may be surprised that I put it up so far into the list, but it's actually Swan Dive by Convoke. And the reason why I have Swan Dive on the number 10 spot and not somewhere higher on the list is because I think a lot of the tracks on this project don't really add so much to the project itself. They, like songs, for example, to me personally, like Falling Asleep, or I'm not sure if it was Cat Scratch or Chased Away, but those songs, they just feel like Convoke's usual style. They don't really blow your mind. They're not songs that in 5 years you're gonna be like, oh, this song that Convoke made is so great. No, people will return to songs like Swan Dive and You Want to Do Shit, maybe Please Don't Shoot. The hype was at quite a big level after the Lone Wolf project, and I don't think Swan Dive managed to have a hit song like Lone Wolf managed to. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. Like Convoke, you know, he's a very close friend of mine, and I've supported his music for a while, but both me and him, I would say, agree that the Swan Dive project could have been better, and I really hope he's going to bring it up a notch with his next full-length album. This Swan Dive project, I mean, it's on a 10th spot, it's still a very good project. It's just not so memorable, I would say, and that's really what puts it down at the bottom of this list. Yeah, I just want to say that quite a few projects and albums won't be on this list. I know some of you might be like, oh, why didn't you include that? Do keep in mind that this is, this is a personal list. You don't need to put any emotions of your own into what I'm saying, but just to learn about new music that you haven't heard of. I think that's the point of this. On the 9th spot of this list, we have Lil Extra's Spring Never Comes, and man, Lil Extra he's such a versatile artist. His songwriting is very good. He manages to blend a bit of rap, singing, a little bit more, also like screaming stuff into his songs. I think he has a very diverse vocal range, you can say. But also, as I said, the songwriting abilities of his track, they feel very personal. They feel, you can really get into the emotions that he's trying to express throughout his songs. and I just really appreciate the sort of honesty behind the work he does. And the production level is also quite meticulous. Although I could say that the production can be slightly repetitive if you listen to a lot of tracks in a row. There is a few elements you would expect, like certain guitar riffs, I guess. Maybe like some of the percussion is kind of the same, but I think this is just the beginning for him. And yeah, I'm excited to see what little extra has up his sleeve for the next project. On the next spot, number 8, I actually have like an album that doesn't really fit I guess the subgenre of which I'm categorizing the songs, but I just love this project so much that it would be a sin, not the project but the artist in general. So if you're not aware of Baby No Money, I think his project Recess from 2019 is a good way to start. Baby No Money has been making noise alongside Young Gravy. They're two, I would say, like retro jazz rappers. That's how I like to describe it, or like funky rap, like very fast paced, very fun to listen to. The production is always very playful, cheerful. The lyrics are, they can be a bit corny sometimes, but they're quite creative. I just think Baby No Money really stands out as a rapper, and in the future he has so much potential that I didn't want to skip this project. And if you guys are not aware of him, I think you're gonna love it, even if you don't really like listening to this happy upbeat stuff. I don't know, it's just his flows are very creative as well, very versatile, and also the hooks can be extremely catchy. And yeah, just don't miss out on Recess. It's like 11 tracks. It features some people from the underground. I would say like Trippy the Kid. I think he's an underground legend. He's been making songs for such a long time, and I really hope you will enjoy it too, you know. Water break. And I'm not surprised Patrick drinks so much water in his videos. It's fucking exhausting to speak for so long. By the way, guys, do you appreciate the Sigmund Freud book I have here? For some reason I thought it was a nice touch. Okay, never mind. Oh, these racks give me a boner. I'm too hard. Yeah, as you can guess, number 7 spot goes to It's Okay to Cry, Posh Boy. Now this is a project not for everyone, I would say, because it's a bit extravagant. It's a bit experimental, you can say. This project is banger after banger. It's Okay to Cry has shown again and again that he's such a versatile artist. Like, he can produce whatever he wants, he can sing or rap on top of whatever he wants. And this project is no different. And I'm really happy for what it turned out. I was a bit anxious that this project is gonna be it's gonna be like two hit wonder, whatever that means. You know, like the song Viagra, I think Lil Lockpick as well. The reason this album ranks a bit lower than the rest, I think, is because it lacks a bit of the album has its theme and concept. The sound definitely follows a certain concept in this project, but I think some of the songs can be slightly repetitive, redundant. For example, I think the Kinko's track right near the end doesn't really add that much to the project, in my opinion. It follows the similar structure, doesn't have anything that much catchy to it, and it's a great project nonetheless, and you should check it out if you haven't. And number 6th place goes to someone you may not have heard of. His name is Sully. He's a British artist, and his album You and Everything Blue. Sorry, I fucking had to double check that. Oh my god. Yeah, the project You and Everything Blue, it's 11 tracks from this year. Incredible project. I mean, his voice is quite unique in my opinion, and his songs are so emotionally potent. The production is so smooth. put you in like a hypnotized, mesmerizing state. Sully is just beginning as well. I think that's his first full-length project under this artist name at least, and it's really good. It's just really good. I don't really have anything specifically bad to say, other than that what I say about other people's projects as well is just some of the tracks are a bit more redundant, unnecessary. They don't add that much, but the tracks that stick out on these projects are quite a few. It's quite a few songs. Personally, my favorite I think is the song Mine. I think that's the first song I've heard of Sully ever, and that song just made me fall in love with what he does, and it shows that he truly writes his music with a passion, not only this song but the whole project, and you shouldn't miss out on it. Please don't. If you don't know him, listen to the whole project, make your mind up, and do let me know what you think. On number 5 we have a project that you may say doesn't deserve number 5. I don't know why, but it's a great project in my opinion, and this is Vision 4K's Recluse. I think that was his debut project as well. Now Vision 4K, you may say he's a typical trap producer in the underground scene, but actually he's very good at making vocal shit as well. And this project, I think, is a testimony that Vision 4K is going to make quite a big splash in the music scene in the next 2 years. I think the songs on here are extremely catchy. You can listen to them very casually, very superficially, but beneath that, I think there's like a hidden layer. There's like a mask that has been put above those tracks, beneath which you can discover very painful, very sorrowful emotions behind Vision 4K's music. If you are not aware of him, he does have like this clown aesthetic going on together as a part of his image, and I really think that you can hear that in his music as well, because on a more superficial level, the songs you listen to by him, they're just catchy. You can bob your head to them, you can listen to them quite casually, but if you really listen and dig deeper, I think some of the lyrics and even some of the production on this shows you that it's a sadder story being told here than one might assume based on like a first listen. And there's songs like Puppet, Joker's song, and that kind of reminisce of what I'm speaking of, I believe. Especially Joker's song is I think it's a very powerful moment on this album. And do keep in mind, this album only has 10 tracks on it, but I do believe it's the perfect length. There's not that much unnecessary stuff going on. Some of you may say what I previously said about some of the projects here, that the production is not that diverse at some points, a bit repetitive, and I might agree, but I just love it so much. I love the way he also manages to blend autotune and effects on his voice throughout these tracks here as well. I think he manages to do it in a very, very smooth way. If you haven't heard of him, do check him out. Maybe it's not for everyone. I know some people say, oh, I don't like the autotune, but you know, you're wrong. That's what I can say. On position number 4, we actually have a mister by the name of Sir Savage Gasp, and his project, I guess I'm Over It. Now Savage Gasp, I believe, is quite a special artist. He manages to do anything from like lo-fi, bedroom pop type of music, up to some weird experimental 808 trap bangers. For example, the song with Shinigami. Um, he's very versatile as well, and this project here really shows it. It's only 8 songs, but I believe each song on this manages to tell its own story. It stands out on itself, and that's why this project is so high up the list, because each song here does not disappoint me. It's very consistent. There's quite a big diversity as well. The intro track with Shinigami and Convoke is great. You have a song with Harry and Farah with Garden. All of these tracks have something unique to say and add to the project. It's obviously a personal one. I guess I'm over it. It's I think about an ex-partner of Mr. Sir Savage Gasp, and this project really shows that he has matured as an artist and that he is here to stay, that he's gonna bring something to the scene that other people are not. Man, now we're getting into the top 3. Who is on the number 3 spot, you may ask? And it goes to After the Party, Resonance. After the Party is a New York artist. He is very silent, very mysterious, doesn't do much on social media, but he has been releasing some fire music. He's more of an R&B artist. I would say his music is quite sensual, quite, you can say melodramatic at points, but it's just so mesmerizing. It puts you in a trance. The production, the vocals are quite like almost like an angel singing to you, man. That's how it feels. After the Party is fucking amazing. Please don't miss on this project. There's some very, very good tracks on here. I'm pretty sure almost any person can find a track on this project that they say, damn, this is really good. It has taken quite a bit time to make this album, and it shows. It's very concise. It's very well put together. Everything's glued together as it should be, as it was intended, and just give it a listen, and I think you enjoy it. Now, on the number 2 position, we have a slightly bigger artist, well, a bit more than slightly a bigger artist, but this project is very unique, and I think it deserves to be spoken about. And I am speaking of Killstation's new album, The Two of Us Are Dying. This Killstation's project really is an album. It took about 3 years to actually finish. There's like 22 tracks on this, although it's actually only 48 minutes, so most of these tracks here are under the 2-minute mark. Honestly, I didn't expect this project to be that good going into it. When I saw 22 songs on this, I was like, fuck, there's gonna be a lot of repetitive shit, isn't it? And to a certain extent, I've seen people saying that, and I understand why, but I think the production, the vocal range that he has managed to better and improve throughout these years, Killstation has really shown that he can really level up his work, man. I think this album is like an evolution of everything he has previously made, and I think he put the bar quite high for other artists in his area. For example, I'm gonna say personally, I didn't really enjoy that much Brennan Savage's last album. I love his voice, I love what he does, but I didn't think he leveled up on what he previously has been doing so far. And like one of the best songs on that album is the one with Killstation as well. Like I really love the, I think it was Dreams of You. I even uploaded it on my main channel. But Killstation, I think he managed to really stand out. This album is something unique, something people will speak about after a few years even, and maybe more. Now, my favorite project of 2019 so far is 1000 Gecs by 100 Gecs. I just have no words to describe this project, and I know most of you are probably going to dislike this project, A lot of people in the underground love it, but a lot of people say, "Oof, this ain't for me, chief." And I understand why. Like, this is very, very experimental. It blends so much genres into the 10 songs that it has, that it's fucking insane. Even in one song, for example, I think it was 800 dB Cloud, that throughout the songs, it starts almost like some like bubble gum bass pop thingy, and by the end of the song, it turns off into like some black metal shit that is very spooky and weird, and it's like a 2-minute track, and that transition is just mind blowing, and I fucking love it. And most people are like, okay, that's weird, but for me personally, this is the type of creativity that I like. Like, Dylan Brady is such a great producer. I have so much respect for him. Even if you don't like it, even if it's too much for you, you gotta appreciate the level of creativity and the work that has been put into this. Like, you have to be taking some very strong mushrooms in order to come up with such great tracks and such diverse sounds. Like, the song Stupid Horse is just fucking insane. I really don't have words for this project. I am not sure how to describe it. It's just very fun, very catchy, experimental as fuck. Perfect for taking drugs, although not advisable. That's what I would play if the aliens come to visit us. I'm pretty sure that they would speak its language. Oh, what am I talking about? By the way, guys, do you like the hair? It's almost not pink anymore. But yeah, that's the top 10 video done. It's probably gonna be quite a long video. I'm sorry if it is, but I really hope you managed to get something out of it. If you did, please let me know in the comments, or just smash that motherfucking like button. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I can do like a top 10 EP. You let me know. But yeah, on a real note, I really appreciate it if you watch this video to this very moment, right now, to the very end. It means a lot to me that someone would listen to me talk for so long. And yeah, I hope I'll see you soon. Bye.